Why did Daniel Dubois avoid talking about sparring and dropping AJ? And I told people that Daniel Dubois is not that type of guy that you think he is, that he wants to remind AJ about the sparring. Daniel Dubois didn't care about the sparring, but Daniel Dubois hurt AJ in the sparring. Check my video, I did this before the fight. I told everyone, and everyone told me, what the fuck am I on about? I ain't got a clue. Your analysis is completely wrong. But I'm not going to go through all of it in this video. But a guy like this, guys, Kadik Ram Udin, look at this shit he chatted, man. I'm not going to put everything up, but you're saying Dubois is not holding on to the sparring. Why then has he been talking about it all this time? If he wasn't, he would have just left it in the gym long ago. If he did it for clout, it means he's still holding on because it's his trump card. You're contradicting yourself. Just because he's not talking about it when AJ is in front of him doesn't mean he wasn't doing interviews in AJ's face. He does care about it. And this motherfucker, loads of videos, guys, he's been commenting. I've got a few others that I'm gonna fucking track down. I've chased this guy. I find his comments on other videos, recent videos, and guess what he's saying now? Oh, AJ let us down, man. AJ should have had his guard up, man. Where the fuck was AJ's defense? You dumb motherfucker. Back your boy now. Back your fucking boy. Stand with your man. If you guys see this guy in the comments, anyway, rip this prick and let him know what he said before the fight. I've chased him down. I messaged the guy, guys. I find his video. I find his comments. And I go, yo, where are you, bro? Come comment on my video now. My man's not there to be seen. So, you know, Don Charles, a lot of people say Don Charles has got a chip on his shoulder. I back Don Charles' chip on his shoulder. I've got a few more videos coming out about that. So stay tuned. This is just the beginning, guys. There's a lot of ripping that needs to be done, man. People need to get taught a good fucking lesson. Especially these fucking clowns and imbeciles that just follow like sheep. I'm not saying every person that picked Joshua is a sheep. No, 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 no. There's legitimate reasons to pick Joshua. I picked Joshua, but mine was unbiased. Mine had no malice. These motherfuckers have malice when they're picking. I'm telling you, there's malice. Like, oh, he's a slow coach, he's a Dumbo. These guys need to get fucking taught a lesson. And then to prove that they've got malice, once AJ loses, they'll cuss AJ. Now me, I've done my fair share of like, AJ has to get his treatment, but I still like AJ. I still want good for AJ. I still think AJ can beat a lot of people. I think AJ can beat fucking Tyson Fury. I don't believe AJ will beat Dubois in a rematch. I don't believe AJ can beat Usyk. But everyone else, I think AJ can run through them. But these motherfuckers don't buy into that. AJ has to do it. If AJ can't do it, then he's shit. Like, these ain't real fans, guys. These are sheep. So I'm backing Don Charles all the way.
Yeah. So what was the game plan? Reveal it to me.
The game plan is what you saw.
Simple as that?
Yes, sir. I'm not going to complicate it. The game plan is what you saw. Take charge. Take ownership. You own this ring. When we got in that ring, I said to him, this is your ring. It belongs to you, okay? And take charge. And it wasn't just on the night. That's what was every sparring session he had in this ring for preparation. That was the mindset.
So guys, I'm not going to do it in this video. I will be doing a breakdown on what Don Charles said to him in the corner. I'm probably going to have one soon on my channel. You've probably seen it already. What AJ's corner said to you, what AJ's trainer said to AJ. I'll be doing one on what Don Charles said to Daniel Dubois. He's not wrong, guys. They had zero respect for AJ. They didn't give a fuck. This game's not about respect. AJ, throughout the whole build-up, kept saying to Daniel Dubois, don't disrespect me. Like he's the Don, like he's the big brother. Daniel Dubois wasn't disrespecting AJ. He just said, let's go. Like, it's fired up, let's have it. If you want to go, you want to go. AJ couldn't take it. His ego was too big. And he goes, don't say that shit to me. I'll smack a chair across your fucking face. And guys, the way they taught Daniel Dubois, when he was asked about it, he kept saying, look, I'll show him in the ring. I'll make him respect me in the ring. That was fucking regurgitated to Daniel Dubois over and over and over. His mind changed into like a Mike Tyson type of mode. But you lot thought he was fucking Forrest Gump. But this guy was on smoke on the day. And he ripped him, guys. He ripped fucking AJ. And yeah, man, it was a fucking demolition job.
We'd already rehearsed the whole thing, like you should do. And, you know, we prepared for any eventuality. We were expecting the best Anthony Joshua. Because you know, why wouldn't we? Because this guy is an elite athlete, you know, elite level. It performed, competed at a much higher level than Daniel Dubois, yeah? From being an Olympic gold medalist. And his resume speaks for itself. Anthony, this is of the personnel he has fought in his career. And so we'd be foolish to have gone into that fight under-preparing. We over-prepared, yeah? So to accommodate whatever they would have brought, we would have had answers to it.
So guys, have you ever heard of the saying before? Fail to prepare, prepare to fail. It's a quote, guys. If you fail to prepare, prepare to fail. These guys had a fear of AJ, not in the bad way, as in the right fear. Like, we can't take AJ as a joke. This guy is the best in the fucking division. He's almost up there as the best. He could probably beat Usyk. He could probably beat Fury. We've seen what he can do. He's got skills. They put AJ at a high level, and then they trained for someone like that. They weren't going to fucking underlook him. They over-prepared. They're like, hang on, AJ can do this. AJ can do that. We got to make sure the best chance we're going to have is we got to go into that fight. No fear, no respect, and just put it on his chin. We might get clipped back. He may hit us back. But Daniel Dubois, you're not going to break in this fight. You're going to go through him. And you know, AJ on the opposite side. AJ did this mindset with Francis Ngannou. AJ had extreme focus for Francis Ngannou. The reason AJ had extreme focus for Francis Ngannou was because he saw what Francis Ngannou did to Tyson Fury, and that put fear in for AJ. He's like, hang on, this guy's a fucking MMA fighter. He's beat the so-called best boxer out there. I was supposed to be fighting Tyson Fury, but AJ said he thought Francis Ngannou beat Tyson Fury. So AJ's now shifted his mindset. He knows Tyson Fury's at the high level. So he thought, fuck, Francis Ngannou beat Tyson Fury. But on paper he didn't, but in my opinion he did. AJ knew he had to put Francis Ngannou on a high level. Now look at Daniel Dubois. He goes, hang on, I used to train with this geezer. This guy's younger than me. I don't rate this guy. He ain't sick. He even said in the fight, guys, I'll do a breakdown at some point. The guy's shit. When he was getting fucking round 4, round 5, that Ben Davison came to him and he was speaking to AJ. AJ goes, he's shit. This was before he got fucking knocked out.
Fucking warrior spirit. We've got to be smart. Yeah, I am. Roll the dice. Roll that dice, innit? So the start is trying to come on, what? Eat shit. Trying to come on, what? Eat shit. Trying to come on, what? Eat shit.
What sort of mindset is that? If you're saying Daniel Dubois shit and you got banged with round 1, 2, 3, 4, your mentality is not right. Something's not right. Is Ben Davison and you, man, just watching videos and saying, yo, Daniel Dubois is a joke, we're going to get him with the right hand, Hrgovic. Guys, I've done a video before on this as well. Make sure you check my previous breakdown where I talked about, I'll put the clip in here. Don Charles said that was the decoy. The 40 fucking right hands was a decoy. Remember at the start of this video, I talked about the art of war. You trick your opponent, you let them get their guard down, let them think, oh, Daniel Dubois is going to get hit with right hand after right hand. That's all I fucking heard, guys. I want to continue to rip these, man. I got a week or 2 left, guys. I know my production of my videos is quite slow. I can't get it all out there. I'm looking to get an editor soon, guys, because at the moment, I'm editing all my videos myself. But hopefully, guys, if my channel keeps growing, I will be getting an editor and I can shift these videos out because I've got a lot of stuff to say, guys, a lot of people to rip. I've literally got a list, guys, and I'm crossing it off day by day. But let me go back to what I was saying because I'm going on a tangent now. But look, he said, so the decoy comment. And Spencer Ferrin, guys, he laughed at this. He goes, spare me that decoy comment. You know these people that don't take you serious? They think you're a joke. Where some people are really actually doing what they're saying. So Daniel Dubois getting hit with 40 right hands, that wasn't supposed to fucking happen, guys. Like, and Hrgovic is not a fucking shit fighter. AJ couldn't do it once. AJ did it twice in this fight, probably. He had one good right hand in round 5. And then he tried to go for this looping shot, which he hit Daniel Dubois in the head. He hit Daniel Dubois in the head. Daniel Dubois took his shots. Then AJ fucking puts his guard down. Does the fucking worst error in the game, and he tries to do uppercut and he gets knocked the fuck out. I'll go more into it, guys, but the decoy of the right hand, guys, these lot were like kind of lured you in. I guarantee you Ben Davison and AJ sat there and were laughing their ass off thinking this fight's going to be easier. Even fucking Don Charles is going to talk about Ben Davison in a bit, but he ripped some guys because they took their eye off the ball. They thought Daniel Dubois was a joke, worse than Francis Ngannou is what they thought, and they got a fucking rude awakening.
Did you know that Daniel was going to drop or at least hurt him in the first round?
Yeah, we knew because, you know, I'm a very experienced coach. I've experienced a lot of things, yeah. So I was naive initially when I first started doing this job in terms of the rules, big fights, the referees, and et cetera, So I didn't want to go into that fight where I will complain afterwards, oh, we got robbed. I'm fed up of being robbed. I'm fed up of complaining. Yeah? So going into that fight, I knew who the referee was. I know his behavior. I know that referee. Instead of saying, oh, I don't want that referee, yeah, I didn't. I left it alone. And I said, the rules to my fight and the team, we have to become the judge and the jury in this fight. This fight cannot go the distance, yeah? So we knew fully well, if it went the distance, I said, you would have had to drop him multiple times and still win all the other rounds to then get a fair shake. That was the instructions. He had to touch canvas multiple times if he managed to go the distance, and then still win the rounds that you didn't drop him. That was the instructions.
Look at this fucking man, guys. Just look at this guy. I'm loving Don Charles, guys. I could listen to this man for hours. This guy is meticulous. What he told Daniel Dubois, the whole team before the fight, no sugarcoating. You're the best fighter in the world. You'll knock everyone out. Like AJ might be having the Ben Davison treatment. I'll suck on your left ball bag while I tell you some fucking. You keep watching the video. I'm not taking a piss out of him, but I have to kind of stick it in a bit, because when AJ's a big name like that, Ben Davison's obviously licking his ass. No one's really gonna tell AJ, oh, you need to kind of go in there like a ruthless killer. But this guy told Daniel Dubois, let me tell you something, Daniel. If you have a fight with AJ and you drop him once or twice, and let's just say you've won most of the rounds, you still get robbed in that fight. They will not give you a fair shake. Think about it. Turki Al-Sheikh wanted AJ to win. Everyone came out there for AJ. There's an agenda for AJ to win. So they go, look, Daniel Dubois, you got to go into that fight. Like, the only way you'll win if this goes the distance is you're going to have to drop AJ in every fucking round. Guess what Daniel Dubois did? From round one, the motherfucker, don't want to use the word, from round one, Daniel Dubois said, you know what? I'm going to knock him out round one. Round two, try to knock him out. Round three, try to knock him out. Round four, try to knock him out. Round five, he tried to knock him out. There was no point in this fight where Daniel Dubois said, I'm going to chill, I'm going to go on the back foot. Because the instructions from his trainer, Don Charles, was, look, we got to take him out. If it does go the distance, then the only shot you're going to have to win it is you've got to drop him. Even then, it still might be a fucking draw because they'll rob you. But drop him multiple times. So then the instructions were clear. Some people hear that and they go, yeah, don't worry, I'll do it in the fight. No. Daniel Dubois took that as like, yo, if I don't drop this guy in fucking 5-6 times, I will lose. Daniel Dubois dropped AJ about 4, 5, 6 times in that fight, guys. And there was times where AJ was just flinging off Daniel Dubois just because his momentum was so forward. And it was the perfect advice, guys. That's something AJ probably wasn't expecting. And he just bombosed AJ out of there. AJ couldn't even get no shot off, no nothing. That first right hand, guys, made AJ do this fucking stanky leg. And he was gone since then, man.
What did you actually think of Marcus McDonald's refereeing on the night?
No comment.
Frank wasn't very happy.
So look at this, guys. If John Charles has definitely got something to say about that referee, but he doesn't want to say it, so he goes no comment. He could rip that referee because, I'll be honest, guys, that referee gave AJ so many fucking chances. You know, if it was Daniel Dubois on the other end of the stick, the fight would have been stopped after that second knockdown. 100%. It was fucking milked for AJ, guys. Milked for him. I was just like, yo, AJ's going to take damage in this fight. I sat there and I put my hands across my fucking chest. I go, okay. Daniel, it got to a point when I was watching it, it was getting sad. I was like, look, I'm rooting for Daniel Dubois, but this is sad. The ref ain't going to stop it because they got so much money and relying on AJ. But if AJ's not doing nothing, then guess what's going to happen? This is going to be sad because AJ's going to take a beating. And on that last fucking round where AJ went down, if you look carefully, I'll probably be doing a breakdown on it. It was actually Ben Davison who threw the towel in at number 8 or 9 when they said 8-9. Then Ben Davison ran in the ring. AJ wasn't going to get up from that. But Ben Davison realised he's done. But sometimes you have to fucking save your fire because AJ would have got fucking brain damage, man, if that carried on. But he got taken out. So let's carry on.
When I spoke to him yesterday.
Was he not?
No.
Yeah.
He said he'll be having a word with him when he's next season.
I don't have I'm just a trainer.
Anyways, back to, so we talked about the first round. You said you knew that Daniel was going to at least hurt or drop Anthony.
Yeah.
Do you think if that was in the first minute or minute and a half where he dropped him, that fight would have been all over because he was saved by the bell?
Most definitely. And had the roles been reversed where we got dropped, especially I think the second round where he counted Anthony and Anthony stumbling forward, he told him to come to him. And he stumbled forward. No, if that was us, the referee would have waved that fight off. I know that for sure.
Bang on, guys. 100%. You know when AJ got up and he was stumbling? Like, there was like, even on that first knockdown, guys, AJ's legs weren't there on that first knockdown. He got saved because of the bell, but they gave AJ the chance because they had to. Trust me, man, if Daniel Dubois got put down by AJ in 1 round and he was stumbling, guys, they would have waved it off. No one would have said shit because they would have... Guess what everyone would have said after that? Oh, if he carried on, he would have got knocked out. But AJ got the chances after chances after chances. And people are going to say, yeah, he deserved the chances. He nearly got back into round 5. He was never getting back into that fight, guys, in round 5. In round 5, he got given suicidal advice. But that's probably the best advice he could have gave him. But that it was a suicidal advice that was given to AJ in round 5. And basically put the fucking nail on the coffin, if that's the best way to say it.
Was there not a moment where one of the knockdowns, well, it wasn't given a knockdown, but Anthony's gloves...
There's so much inconsistencies. And because the referee, in my opinion, is a human being. He panicked. He didn't know what the hell was going on. He's thinking, hang on a sec, this is not supposed to be happening. But guess what, my dear friend? It is happening.
Fucking hell. This is what you call ripping, guys. The referee, guys, got told before the fight by Turki Al-Sheikh, look, AJ's going to run through this man like a fucking bull and a matador. And even the referee is probably expecting it. Did you see in the first or second round, there was a little bit of... It wasn't a headbutt, but Daniel Dubois' head was going onto AJ's face. And then the referee kind of warned him a bit twice, sternly. Don't put your head on AJ's head. Because guess why? Eddie Hearn, Turki Al-Sheikh, the whole AJ's team said to him, this guy, like, his head clashes can happen in fights. It's not on purpose. It just happens. But they told the referee, watch, this guy's going to do head clashes. So the referee was already on AJ's side from the start. He just warned him twice. Yes, there was a bit of a low blow in this fight at some point. I'm not going to say that weren't a low blow. That either should have been like giving AJ more time. AJ didn't want the time, or I don't know. But there was like one slight low blow. It wasn't hard. It wasn't like a fucking crazy shot where like Usyk milked it. But there was one low blow we can recognize in this fight. It didn't really have any impact on the fight, in my opinion. AJ didn't even feel it. I don't think so. And the referee pulled them apart, and then the fight continued. But other than that, it was all good. But the referee was in favor of Anthony Joshua 1000%. You can't tell me no. And Don Charles knew it. Everyone, they knew it from the start. So how are we saying if it was roles reversed, we would have been stopped and everything? But the referee, guys, was giving AJ chance after chance after chance. And that can sometimes help a fighter. But sometimes, guys, if you're going to get battered, then it's like, okay, you're going to get more of a battering. Then everyone's going to see more of a battering. If you got waved off earlier, think about it. If the fight got waved off a bit earlier, there always is better of a chance. There's more of a case for a rematch. Because then people will be like, hang on. He did get stopped, and it probably should have been stopped. But, AJ was off. But what we saw was a 5-round domination now. Because the fight was allowed to continue. This is what I mean, guys. It's a double-edged sword. If you allowed the fight to continue and you know the fight is still out of it, then guess what? You're going to see a battering of a lifetime. And now it almost looks like, to the average person who's got a fucking sense, AJ, allow going into that fight, man. You did fuck all in this fight. You're not going to beat this guy. But if it was stopped in maybe 2 or 3... I would be like, okay, let's see that again. Because AJ never took a domination battering. But guys, AJ took a domination battering. So you gotta think about these things, guys. We saw AJ get fucking manhandled from pillar to post, and I don't want to see the rematch. That's because I care about AJ. But if they want to make it, guys, I don't want to say it's their funeral, but fucking hell, man. I don't know. I almost no comment on my side.
That jab of Daniel Dubois is not only so accurate, spiteful, precise, everything that you'd want a jab to be, but it's also a hurtful shot, a very hurtful shot.
It's a weapon. And I told people, it's well documented. Every sparring partner that was not even in this camp, but previous camps with Daniel, anybody who stepped in the ring with Daniel will tell you that jab is not nice. It's horrible.
Guys, I saw that jab, guys, and it was brutal. I don't know if I can put it in this video, but there was one jab in particular that Daniel was landing on AJ. And I'm telling you, I've never seen anyone's head get snapped back like that. It was like a right hand. It was like a Hrgovic right hand. That was a fucking jab. AJ's head came off his fucking body. And I saw people like Dave Allen say, I took a jab from Daniel Dubois, I thought my head snapped off.
He's 18. How bad can it be? I'll make up the 10 rounds. So Daniel Dubois gets in the ring, and straight away I'm thinking, he's a big kid. So round starts, round 9 for me, and hit me with the jab, and I thought my neck had snapped.
It's brutal because it's got a lot of density behind it. It's fast. People say it's the best jab in the game. Just Daniel Dubois' jab alone is brutal. Imagine this motherfucker's right hand waving over the air. Oh, the power on that shot that it must have hit AJ in that first shot. AJ had to go down on his knee, because the only equivalent I could say is when Usyk hit Tyson Fury when he turned into a zombie. It reminded me of that, guys. It was like it took something out of AJ, like some damage came out of him. The same way when Tyson Fury he did the fucking stanky leg around the whole ring pinball style. That's what it reminded me about. But AJ couldn't stay in it. AJ had to go down. It was that hard. I can't imagine how hard this guy's right hand must be, man. The guy's jab's brutal.
It was a real problem for Anthony.
It was a problem for everybody. Yeah? Okay? You go and counter that. Counter it. Yeah?
Counter it, man. AJ had no answer for that. I don't even know how the fuck you would counter something like that. That is brutal, man. That jab is... Imagine getting hit by a jab. A jab is supposed to set your right hand up. Imagine your jab is fucking as brutal as a straight right. That's dangerous, man. And then if you could follow that up with the right... guys, that gives me nightmares seeing that, man. When I saw AJ's head getting snapped back to the ropes, Daniel Dubois coming forward like Mike Tyson. Fucking hell, man. People are just like, people think it's a joke. He ain't no joke. That shot there, guys, he could win fights with just that shot alone, man. Daniel Dubois is a fucking animal.
When I'm listening to all the nonsense, all these people, jumped up people, we do film studies. Well, they've got something to go and study now. At least study how to block and defend their jab. That's the starters.
So, guys, if you don't know what he's doing now, yeah, Don Charles is about to rip Ben Davison. Now, I'm going to let him speak and then I'll jump in, but Ben Davison is about to get his arsehole ripped. And again, I ain't got nothing against Ben Davison, but he will get ripped here. He's going to get taught a lesson, because Ben Davison put a clip up before the fight. I watched it and he was like, yeah, it's going to be easy for AJ to just take Daniel Dubois out. There's a clip out there somewhere where Ben Davison said Daniel Dubois' strengths play into AJ's favour and his weaknesses play into AJ's favour. And he must have just told AJ, yo, you're going to kill this guy because we done a Francis Ngannou thing and we can see what you're capable of. This guy's shitter than a Francis Ngannou, which this guy was a fucking professional boxer. So someone put the wrong fucking thoughts in AJ's head. And Don Charles ain't happy about this. And I agree with Don Charles. Ben Davison did not... I'm not saying Ben Davison didn't give AJ the right advice, but the tactics were fucking wrong and how they assumed that this was just going to happen.
Yeah?
What did you think, as the rounds were going on, Anthony's game plan was, or was he going to adjust?
Let me tell you something about fight, the art of fighting. Mike Tyson also said a quote, everybody's got a plan till they get punched in the face.
It's true, guys. You know what happened? The right hand goes over to AJ and then, guys, AJ goes down on his leg. AJ had a plan, Ben Davison had a plan, but they got punched in the face. And when that punch landed in the face, guys, the plan went out the window. There was nothing left.
That's a typical example, classic example of what that meaning of that.
Fuck.
Everybody's got a great game plan till they get punched in the face.
Fucking hell, man. John Charles on smoke, guys, and I'm all for it, guys. I can feel the guys' underwhelmingness. They writ him off, guys.
That's a classic example of that saying.
Okay, so what did you guys think Anthony's game plan was going to be, Don?
Well, I can't, because there's so many things I want to say, but I have to be careful because I don't want to educate these boys.
I see.
You understand me? Yeah?
In case there's a rematch?
I don't know.
Oh my days, Don Charlie's ripping into AJ. Guys, I'm not going to go too much into it right now, but I'll be doing a few videos on how AJ got knocked the fuck out, basically. There's something so fundamental that AJ was doing so wrong. I don't understand how AJ didn't know how to block this. Like I'll be doing a breakdown on it, so just stay tuned on my channel. But Don Charles knows what AJ was doing wrong, guys. It's so fundamental, yeah. And Don Charles is basically saying, look, I don't want to take the piss and I don't want to educate these guys just in case there is a rematch. Like, I don't want to say it. It's so blatant what it is, guys.
All right? Whether there's a rematch or not a rematch, I don't want to educate these boys. They haven't done the journey. They haven't done the apprenticeship to be where they are. They've been promoted and elevated to be where they are. Yeah? I don't want to make this about me, but I've done my apprenticeship. They do a research on my journey. 20-year journey, 20 years.
This guy's done 20 years in the game, and you got to respect Don, guy. The guy's like 60 something. Doesn't look 60 to me. He looks in his late 50s, in my opinion. So aging well. Could say early 50s, but the guy's aging well, and he's been 20 years in the game, guys. He used to fucking coach Chisora, and he goes on to that in a bit, and I'll talk more about that. But gotta respect this guy, man.
Done my apprenticeship from the Southern area level to English titles, to Commonwealth titles, to European titles, to British titles. Multiple 5 British champions I've produced in 5 different weight categories over the years. I've done my apprenticeship, which serves me well today to be able to train fighters, to be able to demonstrate what you saw on Saturday.
So basically, he's saying he's done the background work that you need to do. You have to spend years in the boxing game, guys, to become a good trainer. You've got to go to constant different gyms. You've got to have all sorts of experience. And he's taking shots here, guys, at AJ's team, let's be honest. Not in a bad way, but like just telling them straight, like, Ben Davison, Ben Davison's a good trainer, he's a young trainer, but he's just got, like, don't get me wrong, man, Ben Davison's good, he's helped Fury when he needed to, but you can't use that guy as your main trainer. I don't think you can. I'm not criticizing the guy, but look, man, I've seen a few Ben Davison's interviews, and what he says to AJ is like, yo, like, you're only going to train for what you're going to use in the fight. So if you're training to kill someone and take the head off, that's all you need to learn. Forget about putting your left hand up. Forget about putting your right hand up. Like, Ben Davison's a bit, like, I'm not saying he's a shit trainer, but he's not old school. His training relies on film footage, and you'll see in a second Don Charles is going to rip him for that as well.
So apart from being the boss and asserting your authority over Anthony Joshua, was there anything else to Daniel's game plan or not? Was that it, essentially?
So can you repeat that again?
So apart from being the boss and asserting your authority immediately over Anthony Joshua, was there anything else really to Daniel's game plan, or was that simple?
Seek and destroy.
Look at the guy's face. Seek and destroy. This guy's not fucking about, guys. Like, already done multiple breakdowns on what they were doing in the barn, guys. Daniel Dubois and his father, these 3 men in this barn. It's just an eerie fucking vibe, guys. 8 to 12 weeks, however long they had for the training camp, just in a fucking barn, yeah. You can see some paint in the background, man. Some scary shit. And they just got Dubois and his dad saying, we're going to beat Anthony Joshua in front of 100,000 people, and his dad doing the crazy, scary laugh. I'm not taking the piss out of the guy. It's just he's got a sick, like, he's got a laugh that you won't forget, and it's a good laugh. I like it. It's a jolly sort of laugh, but oh, guys, it will give AJ nightmares. I'm telling you.
And when did you think it was going to end?
We planned it could end. It could end the first, and I swear to God, that was the plan. That fight could end any time. As long as he's in that ring, he was gonna get knocked out. It could be 1, 2, 3, 4. Even if it's in the 12th round, it was gonna end up by a stoppage.
He's not lying, guys. If you go back and watch the fight from round 1, Dubois was actually trying to take AJ's head off from every single round. Dubois wasn't going in there to fucking have a fucking boxing match. Dubois was going to kill the guy. Like, Don Charles told him, look, if you don't take this guy out, he's going to take you out. And it's the right mindset, and AJ thought he was going to get a little bit of a breather. Nah, fucking Daniel Dubois nearly took him out in round 1, guys. If the ref allowed a little bit more time, Daniel Dubois would have stopped AJ in 1 round. Guys, do you know how much, how fucked that would have been for AJ? That would have been humiliation. But he got saved by the referee countless of times. But it's crazy, guys, it's crazy.
Have you watched it back, though?
No.
Okay. From then being in the corner, at what point do you think either the referee or Ben Davison should have waved that fight off?
No, I'm not watching for any of that. I'm just concentrating on what's happening. We just knew.
Should it have been stopped earlier, is what I'm saying?
I'm not at liberty to say that. No, I'm not the judge. The referee's there to officiate. The referee's there. I'm not interested. I was watching what my guy is doing, making sure he's sticking, keeping his, and the when we first started this camp, you have a code. You have the code for this camp was operation, should I say, was discipline was the word.
Discipline?
Yes, the word that we used. We wanted it to resonate with Daniel. I said, we had a meeting here, the fighter and the training personnel. The word is discipline. Discipline meaning hand discipline, hand placement, distance control, taking your head offline.